Hey, this is your partner, Frankie Purcell, and I'd like to thank you for stopping by and picking up your audio 13 magical phrases that will put your prospects in a trance. Because let's face it, folks, if we can't get our message through to our prospects, they're probably not even going to listen to anything that we have to say with any belief. So that's the first hurdle that we must overcome. Can you agree with that? Now, I've looked at this and struggled, especially when I began in network marketing. Can you just picture when you first entered into, or if you're even contemplating coming into network marketing? I recall my first sponsor, the first thing he asked me to do was make a list of 1,000 people that you know. Not quite 1,000, but it seemed like 1,000 to me because I did not know what to do or what to say. So it seemed like an arduous task for me to do that. And I felt uncomfortable, and I wanted to know, why were we doing this? Since there was nothing put forth to me, I kind of pulled back, and as I look back on it, it probably hampered my network marketing career because I didn't move forth. I didn't have any confidence. Would it be okay if I just shared with you a little bit about my background, because you may not know who I am and where I came from, my story. So just to share with you very quickly, just a little skinny kid. Grew up, had low self-esteem. So therefore you can understand when I came into network marketing, how that transferred over, because I was a little shy. I didn't want to speak out. I didn't really want to be heard. It was kind of difficult for me to have a great network marketing career, especially coming into network marketing. So what I had to understand and what I started to do is I started to do my research. I looked back and I took some mastermind sessions, sat in on some of those mastermind sessions. I bought some marketing courses, talked to interviewed some of the top network marketers in our industry, and I also leaned a lot on Tom Big Al Schreider and out of his book First Sentences. So that's where some of my resources came from to put this audio together. So when I looked at it, I didn't look at it from the standpoint of us as network marketers coming to our prospect. I kind of reverse engineered it and looked at it from our prospect's point of view of how are they receiving and looking at us. Because what I have found out is that our prospects, when they are looking at us, there are a couple of things that they're thinking when we're speaking to them, or when we're talking to them about our business. Is one, can I trust them? They want to know if they can trust us. Number two, will they take advantage of me? So they're kind of looking at us, have a little fear that we may take advantage of us. Should I believe what they say? And do I like them? So that trust, that rapport building is where the first barrier that we should overcome. After we have overcome that trust and that rapport, everything else seems to be very, very easy with our product, with our service, with our company to share with. Again, that's the word, share with, not push on, to share with our prospects that we come across. So let's hop right on into this. If you have a pen, go ahead and get you a pen. If not, you can listen back to this recording and just take some notes as you're going along. But number one, the first sentence, and if when you're listening to this, the concept is to not just speak to our prospect, but is to speak to our prospect's subconscious mind, to get through that first initial phase of their mind, to jump through that and to speak and jump through to the back of their brain, so we can speak to that subconscious mind to get them to say yes, no, like, and trust us. But number one is, would it be okay if? And I think I used that probably at the beginning of this audio. I said, would it be okay if I shared with you a little bit about myself? The automatic inclination is, when you hear the phrase, would it be okay if? You automatically say yes. I use it, would it be okay if I shared with you a little bit about myself? You can use it, would it be okay if I shared with you a little bit about my product or my service or my company? Would it be okay if? That's number one. Number two, if you have a few minutes, fill in the blank. If you have a few minutes, Would you mind, if you have a few minutes, would you like to find out how you can look 30 years younger in the next, maybe not 30 years. Would you mind if you could find out how to look 10 years younger in the next 5 minutes? If you have a few minutes, if you have a few minutes, can I share with you how you can take a free trip by September and have it all exclusive paid, everything paid for? If you have a few minutes, could I share with you how you can drive a brand new car and not have a car payment? If you have a few minutes, talk about a benefit, your company, your product, your service. Okay. Number three. You're talking to this is going to raise a little anxiety in your prospect. Number three, what would happen if, and you fill in the blank. What would happen if you lost your job? What would happen if income stopped coming in tomorrow? What would happen if your company shut down? What would happen if you gained 7 pounds or 10 pounds? You're talking to them. They have to answer the question. You're just asking the question. What would happen if? That's number three. Very powerful. It raises anxiety in your prospect. You don't have to push. They're raising the anxiety within themselves. You're just asking a question. Number four. Would you mind if I share it with you? Fill in the blank. I believe I use this also in this. Would you mind if I share it with you? How to travel the world and not pay for it. Would you mind if I share it with you? How to have a car payment, how to have a new car and not have a car payment. Would you mind if I share it with you? How you can lose 10 pounds in the next 14 days. Would you mind if I share it with you? How you can be the most beautiful for your 10-year reunion, how you can be the most beautiful person going to your 10-year reunion and bring the class reunion to a halt. Okay, whatever it is. Number four, would you mind if I share it with you? And you put a benefit after would you mind if I share it with you? Number five, if you had Saturdays off, what would you do? This makes your prospects, this works great if you're talking to someone who's in retail, working at a mall or a grocery store, and they're tired and they're frustrated about never having weekends off. Well, if you had Saturdays off, what would you do? That gets them to open up to you what their goals, what their desires are, and then you can just talk about their goals and their desires. Number five. If you had Saturdays off, what would you do? Number six, could I share with you what happened to me just a few days ago? Number six, could I share with you what happened to me just a few days ago? What does this do? This taps into our curiosity of story. We are creatures that want to hear stories. Whenever you're going to tell your prospect a story, they're going to sit there and listen, because most of the time, what is it going to do? It's going to open up to them somewhere that they have not been. The greatest people in the world always tell a story. Look at the oldest, I believe, the greatest history book in the world, which is the Bible. It's nothing but a compilation of stories. So could I share with you what happened to me just a few days ago? You sit back and you tell your story, beginning, middle, end. That's in another recording, how to tell your story. But just to real quickly, how you do it: beginning, middle, end. You tell the beginning of where you were, some of the struggles you had. The middle, what changed, what did you use, what physical item did you use, or what changed in you that changed, and then the end, where you are now, beginning, middle, end. So that's how you tell your story. Number seven. I see you showed interest in fill in the blank. Could you share with me why you haven't found it yet, or why you haven't done anything about it yet? So here's how that sentence would work. Let's put it in an example, or a real life example. I see you showed interest in our home-based business. Could you share with me why you haven't found one yet? Okay, again, I see you showed interest in our home-based business. Could you share with me why you haven't found one yet? If someone is struggling to gain more income, and they've reached out to you. They've reached out to you to say, hey, they showed a little interest. Well, I see you showed interest in our company. And this is a phenomenal way to follow up on a follow-up phone call. I see you showed interest a few weeks ago in my business. Could you share with me? Have you found one yet? If you haven't found one yet, why haven't you? That opens up a whole line of question of that you can get into, and that you can find out their dreams, their desires, their goals, and you can see how your company, your product, your opportunity can fit to help them. If it can, move forward. If it can't, you can't help everyone. That's just a part of business that you may not be able to help everyone. Number 8. You can utilize this one probably at work when someone's complaining about having to to work a lot of hours. Just simply ask, well, do you swallow hard when your boss asks you to work overtime? This works so great if someone is complaining about working and have to work so many hours. I am so tired. Do you swallow hard when your boss asks you to work overtime? They're ready to leave. It's 4 o'clock and the boss, hey, I need you for another 20 minutes. And you need to pick up the kids because it's going to cost you $1 per minute. Not picking up the kids from the babysitter. And so I don't want to stay. Do you swallow hard when your boss asks you to work overtime? Okay. Number 9, 2 words. Here's proof. Here's proof. That is a solid boom. Just right there. Here's proof. You make a statement. Again, we're going to show you how to lose 10 pounds in the next 13 days using our product. Here's proof. Whenever you say here's proof, and you can back it up with something that's logical that your prospect can follow, they're like, wow, that makes sense. That does. Maybe I want to try that product. Maybe I should get that service. Maybe I should join that opportunity. Here's proof. That's a great way to show what your company does, what your service can do. Okay. Number 10, can we talk openly off the record? For whatever reason, probably our subconscious mind, again, because we're believing we're getting something that no one else has, can we talk openly off the record? Whenever you say off the record, make sure you throw that last 3 words in, off the record. Can we talk openly off the record? Well, yeah, now they're in their mind, they're saying, well, okay, you're getting ready to share with me something that I don't know, that other people don't know. And they're going to lean forward. Okay, what are you going to tell me? Okay. Just try it. Just try it. That one works all the time. Can we talk openly? Off the record. Off the record. Okay. All right. Number 11. And the rest is up to you. How does this work? This works. Let's see. Let me paint a picture for you. Most of your prospects do not want to be painted in a corner. They do not want to be pushed in a corner and force-fed an opportunity or service or company, your product. They don't want to be force-fed that product. So whenever you present your product, you can utilize, and the rest is up to you. You can show the benefits of your product. Okay, your product takes 10 years makes you look 10 years younger. Have you losing 15 pounds? Takes 4 pounds off of your waist. But now the rest is up to you. You've presented the benefits of your product, and the rest is up to you. Okay, that's number 11. Number 12, 2 words. The 2-word sentences are so powerful. Most people choose option A. Most people will join today. Most people, whenever you say most people, the mind automatic, this is what I want you to picture. Okay. You're walking down the street. You're walking down the middle of the street, and you're in a new town. You haven't been there before, and you're walking down and you see two restaurants, one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left has two people sitting outside. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They have two people sitting outside drinking water. The restaurant on the right has a line of 25 people standing there just salivating, ready to get in. Which one would you tend to go to? Most people would tend to veer off to the right and go to that restaurant to the right. And why is that? Because now, before you even seen what's on the menu, before you even tasted a bite of food, you'll say, well, obviously, if most people are over here to the right-hand side at that restaurant must be better than the one on the left. And this is without even seeing what's on the menu. So when you say most people will sit down with me within the next 2 days, 24 hours, the mind says, well, if most people are doing that, it must be the right option for me too. Because do you want to be with most people or do you want to be with less people? Okay, most people have already shown that this product works for them. Okay, most people. That's number 12. Number 13. I utilize this. This is my favorite sentence that I utilize every single day. And this, not sure how it's going to work for you, but it works for me every single day. It's the third grade mindset. Okay, question when I utilize this. And I learned this one from Robert Harless. Robert Harless, who've made over $40 million in network marketing. I learned this phrase from him. This is the $1 million question that he uses. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? You gonna write it down? Okay, here we go. Would you do me a huge personal favor? Would you do me a huge personal favor? What does that do? When you say, will you do me a huge personal favor, your prospect says, especially if you're asking a family member or a friend, well, yes, what do you need? Okay, now, I'm just going to go just real quickly, the mindset of your network marketing company is to move a product or a service. That's the mindset. You make money by moving your product or your service. So if you can have your friend, your neighbor, your family member simply utilize your product job is to do the rest. It is not your job to sell your product. So if you can ask your friend, your family member, your coworker, hey, could you do me a huge personal favor and try this product and give me your feedback? Would you do me a huge personal favor? That is my favorite, my favorite phrase that I utilize on a daily basis. Okay, so those are the 13 magical phrases that will put your prospect in a trance so you can get your message through. You can begin to open up the conversation. Your prospect will lean forward to you and want to know more about your product, about your service, about your opportunity. We'll share with you more as the emails come along. So if you'd like to reach out to me, you can definitely reach out to me. I'm on Snapchat at Frankie Purcell II. I'm on Facebook at Expert Showcase. And if you'd like to send me an email, you can send me an email at Americas with a S, dreams with a S at gmail.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And if you know me, I will probably, if anyone has told you, I will probably send you very quickly a response, and sometime I will even send you a personal video, okay, because I like the communication. So if you'd like to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me, and we can continue. Have any questions for me, I can answer those questions for you. So this is your partner, Frankie P, with those 13 magical phrases that will put your prospects in the trance. Remember, when you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective, you use the 13 magical phrases that will put your prospects in the trance. Guess what's going to happen to your network marketing business? You're going to change your life. Talk to you soon. Peace.